welcome back, my adoring public, to more Etrian Odyssey 5 Beyond the Myth. Feral Fiasco here. Last episode, I believe we beat the Eastern Shrine, and now we're gonna go tell Persephone about it. As you can see, it's been fully mapped out. Yeah. Oh, actually, there might be... Oh, crap. This area right here. Totally missed it. Oh, well. You've returned, Luna Soul Guild. Now let's see your results. Proudly present your map. I don't object to those who take pride in their work. That said, what is this? A pillar of light similar to a geomagnetic pole? Really? I've heard this before. Legends of Yggdrasil often tell of pillars of light that connect the labyrinth to the city. However, here they connect to the neighboring island. We here at HQ understand the islands are divided into unique stratums. Okay, so that's how this game is going to go about it. Each new island is going to have a different stratum on it. In order to better understand these islands, we've begun naming them. The island on which we first landed has been dubbed the Isle of Origin for clarity's sake. The adjacent island, abundant with vegetation, is the Isle of Solitude. Adventurers deemed worthy by HQ have already begun exploring it. Wow, we're behind the curve. I still don't think that's weird because, like I said previously, usually any type of exploration or any type of progress comes on the heels of our guild doing it. According to the reports, they've also established a base camp in cooperation with some of our soldiers. It should prove quite useful. I recommend you head there once you've had some rest. Also, here's your reward for the map you created. Please accept it. 500 N, beautiful. Because things are getting pretty dire on the money front. In addition to thanking you for your first map registration, I'd like to give you this as well. Memory conch, golden. Equip anyone in your party with this and you will create an audio log of your adventures. Those on standby at the Explorers Guild can then listen in and gain some experience of their own. However, do keep in mind, if no one is on standby at the Explorers Guild, equipping this item will prove useless. There's something else you should know. As you proceed with your exploration, I'd like you to report your findings to HQ. You'll be rewarded, of course. We certainly don't mean to force this task upon you. That's enough explanation for now. Collect the knowledge you gain exploring at HQ with the registry. In the registry, you'll find 3 things: the map database, the monstrous codex, and the item compendium. Knowledge gained through battle is stored in the codex, while information on new materials is stored in the compendium. Each time you use the registry, you are rewarded for the map progress you make, so be sure to report your findings. The map database is where you can file your completed cartographical efforts. To add something to the map database, first you must correctly chart a dungeon floor. Once the map is registered, you will then be able to begin exploring from the reported floor when entering a labyrinth from the world's map. You are also rewarded every time you complete a map, so it's wise to check in when you do. Right, and we definitely aren't going to disappoint. Okay, no maps to register. Yeah, only 5 monster types in the first one. And that should be everything. Well, everything except for, like, I'm sure we probably missed out on some special drops. Yes, there's one last thing I should tell you. I've requested that Napier's firm begin selling a certain item, Ariadne thread. If you'd like to know more, you should pay it a visit. Dude, it's got to be Ariadne thread. Wasted no time improving your worth, eh? HQ has informed me of your efforts. Truth be told, there is an item I am only permitted to sell to adventurers who have been acknowledged by HQ. It's called an Ariadne thread, a handy item that will instantly bring you back to town from any labyrinth. Before your next excursion into the forest, you really ought to buy one. Or 2. Or more. What's that look for? Did you honestly think I'd just hand you one for free? No, but I'm hoping they're not too expensive. Haven't you ever heard the old saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch? You'll have to buy it like any other item. You won't catch me complaining. Thorn Scythe. I do not believe we have anyone who can use the Thorn Scythe, though. Oh yeah, this. No. Unless... No, she can't. Only guns. Alright. So, from here, we're definitely gonna start buying ourselves... Whoa! Okay, for right now, that's ridiculously expensive. We really need to get our hands on an analysis scope at some point. Another analysis scope, because we just used one, so we... You're the folks from before. What were your names again? Luna's Soul Guild. Right. So you might already know this, but there are other adventurers in Meginia too. Odds are you'll run into them at some point. StreetPass settings and read QR code can be accessed here at the end. Through StreetPass, you can send your guild cards to other players. I'm not sure. I think I'm like most Etrian Odyssey players in that I don't even know anybody else who likes this series in real life. So probably won't be getting very much mileage out of that, but... Likewise, you can also receive guild cards from other players. By setting a character to a guild card, you can send them to another player. By scanning QR codes, you can receive things such as items and guild cards. Sure. By activating StreetPass, you can exchange guild cards with people. Yeah. Go ahead and fire that up. Etrian Odyssey Nexus' StreetPass feature has been activated on this Nintendo 3DS system. StreetPass exchanges will happen automatically, even in sleep mode. To deactivate, we're not going to deactivate. Hey! And then... Message. How's about... For a message... I think this works. Ooh, what's this? Beginner Surveyor. Proof that you have drawn one labyrinth map. And how do I... Status. Okay, yeah, there. Everybody here is pretty... It's not really anything to write home about, that's for sure. Read QR code. Ooh. Yeah. The underside of my desk isn't really anything that you can actually see. Because it's pretty dark under here. Already activated. But how? How do I look at my own QR code? I'm gonna have to look that up. Alright. Yeah, because I don't know how to look at my own QR code. I'd show it off for you guys, but gonna have to screw around with that a little bit. But for right now, we can... Actually, does Kvasir have anything else for us? No, he doesn't. I guess there's nothing left to do but explore the Isle of Solitude. Ooh. Base camp. As you set foot on the Isle of Solitude, you are welcomed by a large gathering of dark clouds in the sky above. They appear to be somewhat of an ill omen. However, it seems your fears were unnecessary, for as you approach the base camp, the skies clear up completely. There, you find a row of log cabins and a small number of chickens and sheep roaming about. As you curiously inspect the camp, a soldier notices you. We quickly established this base camp in the hope that it would aid in navigating the Isle of Solitude. All capable adventurers have already begun exploring the labyrinth we found. Interestingly enough, an adventurer from Tharsis said it looked familiar. An adventurer from Tharsis said it looked familiar. From what the soldier told you, it sounds as though the upcoming labyrinth is similar to one found in another part of the world. In Tharsis, they called it the Lush Woodlands, so that's what we're calling it here. Did they copy-paste the dungeon from EO4 into the game? After receiving the soldier's welcome, you thank him and decide to head to the Lush Woodlands to see it for yourself. I mean, I guess if this is supposed to be a celebration, it's a good enough excuse as any, right? Lush Woodlands can now be visited. Is there anything else to do at the base camp? As you step into the base camp, you're greeted by a soldier carrying some supplies. To be honest, I was expecting for there to be a shopkeeper and an innkeeper from a different game located here, but... Hello, adventurers. How fares the exploration? We've received so many supplies from Maginia, it's getting tough to carry them all. At this point, I'll take whatever help I can get, even if it's from that monster in the woods. The guard laughs at the thought before disappearing into the camp. You return to exploring the forest. Huh. There really is nothing else to do there. Alright. Wow. Now this, okay, this is pretty nostalgic. It actually took me, yup, exactly as it was in EO4. Walking north from the base camp, you arrive at the labyrinth known as the Lush Woodlands. An occasional wind whistles through the flora. It feels pleasant on your skin. The labyrinth's beauty somehow radiates a certain calmness. However, you remind yourselves of the monsters and traps that have claimed countless lives here. And after affirming your resolve in adventuring, you set off and begin your exploration. Wow. So, it actually... is there one? Yeah, that's something completely different. Okay. So, I got Etrian Odyssey 4 around release, but I didn't beat it until maybe 3 years later. Like, it was as my very first Etrian Odyssey experience, and I had the complete wrong mentality. It took me a while to be able to enjoy the game. Upon taking your first steps into the labyrinth, you sense someone approaching from behind. You turn around to have an adventurer bump straight into you without stopping. Yeah, Vivian did just tell us this. Honestly, I was wondering if this would be, what is it? Kiryonen or Viglov from the game. Okay, so we've got that. Glasses is a Zodiac. Tall dude's, Protector?
見慣れない顔だけど、ここは初めてかい？おっと、その前に自分から名乗らないとね。僕はマルコ。それから。俺はオリバーだ。強靭さと力が武器の俺と。知識と分析が武器の僕。得意分野の違う二人が組むことで、バランスのいいパーティーとなってるんだ。
I don't know how balanced a team of only 2 adventurers could really be, but as long as it floats their boat, I guess. I mean... Okay, well, as long as you believe that, Oliver, that's what matters. I'm actually surprised Marco acknowledged that. Upon hearing Marco's exasperated remark, Oliver coughs deliberately and changes the subject by asking your names. Does he not want more people in the party? You introduce yourselves as the Luna Soul Guild. Oh, not this again. Oliver always asks the same question to all new adventurers. Are you here for the thrills, the fame, or the money? I mean, in real life, the only reason I would ever be doing something like that is for the money, but let's say for the fame. You answer that you're here to make a name for yourself. Oliver nods in comprehension. Ah, that explains the ambitious look in your eye. Your names will definitely go down in history if you find the secret treasure of Lemuria. You ask Oliver why he's adventuring. Oh, that's easy. It's all about the Entall, baby. Oliver laughs heartily. Marco's face looks like he's got something on his mind, but he just shakes his head and turns to you. Quite a crass way to put it, but it's true. We're on this adventure for the money. It's also why we came to challenge the forest right away. But we've got some spare time to lend a helping hand to the rookie adventurers. I guess, oh, that might be the reason why there's only 2 of them. If they can find the secret of Lemuria, then they only have to split it 2 ways. Right, we've already been through this forest a number of times. If you'd like, we can tag along and give you some tips. How about it? Despite their calm dispositions, it seems the pair is concerned about you. It's just, when I look at Reese, I feel like I've gotta help out. Wow, dude, went straight for Reese. After hearing Oliver's confession and seeing Marco's kind-hearted smile, you nod and ask them to accompany you in the forest. But Reese is our medic though, so. The partners return the nod and join your party for the time being. Really? Both of them? Oliver and Marco are now accompanying you now. I'm guessing on a per battle basis, we'll either get Marco or we'll get Oliver helping out. If I could have picked someone, I'd honestly have gone with Oliver. We've already got Baron, our Zodiac beast. There we go. Yeah. But the monsters though, yep. These guys. Oh man. The bane of my existence. It looks like we're not gonna get blessed with any help. Well, maybe? Okay. I probably shouldn't be assuming the worst of... Come on, dude! Oh, I guess Baron is one of our more lightly defended people, but getting one shot by really early enemies, this game is not playing around, dude. Okay, let's revive. We've got to get to killing because we're probably not... There's one. Nope, there's Dolce. We don't have anybody who can draw aggro. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see if we can try doing it this way. Whoa, they were not kidding when they said... Oh, wow. That's the second time Dolce's missed out on XP. Oops. And the gap grows. Grass Eater. And we did not get anything. Oh well. Actually, now's as good a time as any. We've got that one additional skill point. Let's spend it. We can't really do much else until we learn Turning Tide, rank 2, so might as well. And, fire... Part of me wants to learn firearms, but seeing as we're in the second, stratum, we're probably going to end up fighting different kinds of enemies here, so let's instead do shock arms. Reese, line heal, no doubt about it. He's only got the one. Let's... Okay, we'll take another rank in Singularity. We've already got Fire Star, Ice Star, and Volt Star, so being able to just buff those up before taking more ranks in them seems like the smarter option to me. Lowers attack, defense, hit rate, and evasion of rear enemy line this turn. May stun. Huh. We'll, definitely be putting some time in with Shell Shock. That actually seems pretty OP, which means the proc chance on that must be abysmal. Yeah, we'll leave Baron to it for now. And that... Yep. I recognize that for sure. Jeez. It's pretty cool to be walking around here again. What was it? In Etrian Odyssey 4, I had a party, I had my Landsknecht, which was the cover, character. Finally! Can you see that, Lunasoul Guild? That shining spot is a gathering point. Gathering points are made up of take, mine, and chop points, and they all yield different items. No need to think too hard about it, though. Just gather whatever you can whenever you come across them. And if you've got any gathering skills, you might find something rare. It seems like a good idea to check out the gathering point they've shown you. Take points yield plant-type materials. Also, chop points provide wood materials, and mine points provide ore-type materials. These points can be found all over labyrinths. However, you can only harvest from them once a day. If you note a gathering point on your map, it will indicate when it is ready for harvest, so it's a good idea to label them as soon as possible. For the best chance of obtaining rare materials, you will have to invest in some gathering skills. Yep, this is a take point, so let's open up with this. Forest aloe, small flower, and cilantro. Is that supposed to be different from cilantro? Oh, these things. Yeah, you aggro the bears and they're supposed to barrel past these blocks. Or blockades, I should say. As you walk through the labyrinth, you stop and catch a whiff of an almost sickeningly sweet scent in the air. It seems that the barrier in front of you is made of trees that secrete a sweet-smelling sap. It's possible that a monster may be drawn here by the odor. You decide to quickly leave the area. Okay, so... I guess... Oh. Cool. The 360 spin never fails. So this is the way we came. It doesn't look like there's anything else here. But we'll definitely be coming back to that point when we're escaping from that bear FOE. Actually, I'm not realizing, I thought that first boss, the Blossom Beast, was an FOE, but it wasn't. The entire first labyrinth came and went with no FOEs. That seems weird to me, but Celebration game, just gotta keep reminding yourself that that's the case. Yeah. So, like I said, it's been quite a while since I've played EO4. I'm not certain if this area is 100% copy-pasted. It doesn't feel like it. And, oh, they're weak to paralysis and blind and leg binds, but they don't have any elemental weaknesses. So we gotta make sure that Baron can't be instantly killed, and we'll just get to work. Thankfully, we managed to make it through without anybody getting killed, and we finally discovered the Grass Eater. Oh. You come to a dead end in the labyrinth where a wooden box rests. A message has been scratched into its surface. Those who can give place useful items inside. Those in need take from within and give thanks. I think this doubles our item. Whatever we put into it will double, and we can keep doing it up to a point. Cause okay, so I think then this the Lush Woodlands might be copy pasted then. That's fine though, cause it's not like I've played this in the last 5 years or anything. And I mean that like I'm not being sarcastic. I haven't played this EO4 in years, or at least Lush Woodland I haven't been inside of in years. So, oh, cool, an adventurer help box. It's symbolic for how fellow adventurers should help each other out. And practically speaking, we all have limited carrying space, so this is much better than just throwing away useful goods. As far as you can tell, there's nothing inside. You consider whether or not to deposit an item. Yeah, let's throw a nectar in there. You take one of your precious nectar out of your knapsack and deposit it in the box. You parted with nectar. Alright. Item? Doubler? I'm fairly certain that's how it goes. The wall in front of you reeks of a sap that is almost stiflingly sweet. I guess next, gotta figure out how to aggro those bears and get them to attack us. Oh. Is there anywhere else we can even go? Probably somewhere around here, because after all, this is the only bear we've spotted so far, so. Okay, cool. Had to go this way instead of back. There's another one. Actually, I probably should, well... Yeah, I'm now realizing the error of my ways, because, probably would have been better off marking those off so we'd know where to run. Actually, this is... Yeah, that was a dead end, but... It's about... Yeah, we rectify that mistake. Okay, so as long as we don't encounter any bears just yet... You sense something isn't quite right, so you immediately halt. There are little splinters on the ground. A lot of them. It's almost like there used to be a barrier here that was smashed to bits. Marco picks up one of the splinters. As he does, an almost sickeningly sweet smell wafts around you. A few of the trees in this forest secrete a surprisingly sweet sap. As such, there's a large monster here that's a big fan of this sap. It's likely that all the damaged trees here are due to that monster. As Marco explains what you found, Oliver stands beside him, nodding sagely without contributing. It doesn't seem to be here at the moment, but we'd best tread lightly from here on. You take Marco's warning to heart and resume your exploration with caution. Yeah, there's no, especially since we're so close to getting into a battle, there's no reason for us to not have that go ahead and happen before continuing onward. Probably just gonna be some more grass eaters, all things considered. Yep, we're not worried. Okay, I'm actually... This is the battle theme from Etrian Odyssey 4 that's playing. I didn't even... Grass eater jaw. I didn't even realize until, like... until the very end of that fight. Man. That's yet another blast from the past. But, if Etrian Odyssey 4 gets this treatment, then it stands to reason that we're going to be hearing some more tracks from the other games, and, unless we get an EO5 stratum at some point, okay, it's about to start. Everything else is going to be new. You hear the growling of a ferocious monster and the sound of snapping wood from the tree line. Yep. Beyond the dust cloud, a bear monster appears, glaring furiously at you. Oh no, I didn't think its territory reached this far. Should we retreat, Luna Soul Guild? We're not about to fight it, that's for sure. Unlike Marco, Oliver seems more optimistic about the situation. Hey, it's no big deal. Just watch where it's going and don't run into him. That's all you gotta do. They're each giving you conflicting advice. You'll have to think carefully about what to do next. We have to guide them to the trees. Enemies that are visible while you explore the labyrinths are called FOEs. FOEs are much more powerful than normal enemies. It's highly recommended to avoid an FOE the first time you encounter a new one. FOEs will also appear on the map on the bottom screen. Whenever you take a step, the FOE also moves, and the map reflects this. It's possible to slip past them without fighting if you closely observe their movement patterns. Take time to plan your moves before acting. Yeah, we take one more step forward and we are dead, dead, dead. So we are not about to do that. But... yeah. Luckily, luckily, I already learned how these guys operate the hard way a long, long time ago, so we are good to go. The sounds of crumbling walls echo throughout. We just have this guy run around and do our dirty work for us. Okay, cool. We don't want to get too far ahead of it because then it'll just circle around the way we don't want. Crumbling walls echo throughout. Which means we're gonna have to take one step forward. Yeah. And now... actually, yeah. Echoes throughout. But, thank God for Ariadne threads. Okay, I think we'll play it safe and just do it this way to start. Yeah. What we need is a way back through a shortcut. just so we don't have to do that all over again. Alright. A fight is fine too. So these things are new. The things in the back, they inflict poison, I think? Woodfly. The rats in the front aren't too bad, but this is a lot to contend with when we're already pretty low on everything. So we're gonna open up with some orders. Yeah. Anything to keep Baron alive. And from here... I think we're gonna Firestar their back line. And she will... Okay, we don't really have all that much, because... Yeah. Leg sniping is expensive at this point for us. Yeah, tree rat. There goes Baron. That is not good. Harsh buzz. Okay. Just some seals that we gotta mess around with. Well, we already know what Reese is gonna be doing. And we have to... Like, I really don't want to leave until... Oh, you can't... Okay. Why can I not... Is it because I'm sealed? Wow. Interesting. Interesting. That's not good. That means we're going to have Astra use Amateur Savior and the last of her TP, pretty much. Oh well. Since Baron is also pretty much about to run out of TP, we're going to have him use his Force Break. Yeah. Yeah, might as well. Oh, right. Baron is not going to be able to just come back and immediately go crazy. How about that Firestar that we never got to use in the first place? Yeah, double action. Actually, she can't do anything anymore, so... And right now, we don't have any way to really recover TP, so... Yeah. 234. Well, that's one way to go about things. I think we might need to have Dolce. Yeah, we're probably gonna need to have her do her thing. I wonder, can we still... Nope. We need a 100% gauge in order to Force Break. That makes sense. Let's guard order everybody. Salem is more important right now. And Baron, we're going to hang on to... Crap, just barely didn't have everybody die. But we're going to have Baron hang on to the last of his Force Gauge. Hopefully we can get it back at some point, though. She will just attack. Dang. Almost at full health. Cool, no one died. But if we can't get our hands, we need at least one shortcut and then we'll be home free. Just gotta hope and beg that we get out of this without anybody. Honestly, from here, especially if we can only bind us. Yeah. I'm not really worried about us dying at this point. Especially because Astra is throwing out 81 damage, dude. Come on. What was that during the fight with the Blossom Beast? Tree Rat, Woodfly, Small Tooth, and Thin Wing. While exploring the forest, you sense something amiss and halt. You are staring at an abnormally tall herb, taller than any you've ever seen before. Although it appears to be merely a simple herb, you wonder if you shouldn't check it out anyway. Yeah. Curious about the herb, you decide to do a little investigating. Oh, you're curious about that herb, huh? New adventurers do such interesting things. You carefully approach the tall herb and notice something on the other side of it. You twist the stalk to face you and discover some long, thin, egg-like objects stuck to it. But this discovery means nothing to you at the moment. You take a mental note of this place before returning to your exploration. Okay. Herb. And, what are they called? Herb. with the... Oh, okay, fruit. Herb with eggy fruit. And now we can continue our mad dash to try to find... Impassable. Oh. Yeah, that's not what we wanted to see. Gotta be a little more conservative with our movements. This, okay, golden. And with that, we can hightail it out of here. Beautiful. Oh, are you heading back into town? We'll wait here then. Make sure you're prepared. With that, Oliver and Marco head back to the labyrinth. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and don't if I'm correct, just let me find out later on, but I'm gonna guess that we're probably gonna see more people on their own, and they're all gonna join up into one adventuring party. Like, Birgitta is gonna join Oliver and Marco, and then we're gonna meet 2 other people and some more labyrinths. I'm actually fairly confident about that. Oh! Now we can buy nectars. You don't say. Whoa. We can buy nectars, but we're not about to. We can... It's not a whole lot, and it's really friggin' expensive. But having our main damage dealer, well, our main physical damage dealer, actually, she's not even that, because Astra's been putting in more work than Salem. Anyway, Salem is the leader of Luna Soul Guild, so she still gets first dibs. Okay, so I think... Yeah, we should be more than good. And Kvasir, here. I need an adventurer to take and deliver medicinal ingredients to me at Napier's firm. Oh, you guys are gonna take on that request? Man, you guys work hard. You sure you won't be too tired? Really? You're brimming with energy then. If only you could sell that energy of yours, you'd make a fortune. Back to that request though. It was made by your favorite abacus-toting merchant, the lovely Miss Napier. She specifically told me she wanted your group to handle this one. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be you right now. Napier is probably several decades younger than you are, bro, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. Go talk to her at Napier's firm to get the details. Who knows? Maybe she's gonna ask you on a date? Ooh, while you're there, could you ask her to forgive the debt I owe her? I'm just kidding. Anyway, go off and do your thing. More Theriacas. I need special herbs to make a medicinal salve. You can find them quite easily. Just look for woodfly eggs in the Lush Woodlands. Okay, those must have been, exactly what we needed. My, you sure do love to work, don't you? Running low on cash? None of my business, you say. This request wants you to bring back a certain herb. This herb can be infused into a special salve that can straighten out a hunched back overnight. The elderly are buying it in droves. Hell, even the teens are getting into it. You must be joking. Hey now, why so suspicious? Huh, that sounds suspicious. I suppose it does. Ooh. Anyway, all jokes aside, the herb really can be made into medicine. You can trust me on that. Have you guys ever seen a woodfly? Yes, we are very, very nicely acquainted with woodflies. They're a type of monster you usually spot in the Lush Woodlands, and they lay their eggs on a patch of the herbs we're looking for. If you find a nest of woodfly eggs, you'll find the herb. You can tell a woodfly's eggs by their long, thin shape, so keep that in mind. Okay, so we know exactly where to go then. Let's chat up Napier really quickly. Ah, it's you. How can I help you today? My request? I can't believe it! I completely forgot! I already had the nectar ingredients, but I completely forgot to rescind my request. Oh man, Now that is some beautiful game design, dude, because we don't have to go back out and get everything all over again. What a mortifying slip-up. But I'm a merchant, and merchants must keep their promises. You can retrieve your reward from Kvasir. Sorry to make you go through all that trouble. Alright. Maybe we can get another level off of this too. Nectar times 3. And if we go back to that box, we should be able to get a 2 nectars. Ah, hey there. I see you took care of Miss Napier's request. You're making me proud to be the middleman. Oh, did you know that Miss Napier's from a place called Armor Road? It's also called the Ocean City. Adventurers come to Maginia from all around, but there aren't very many who hail from the Ocean City. Hey, you guys should be her friends. Then you could get her to write off what I owe her. Wouldn't that be great? Whoops, that was close. I almost forgot to give you your reward. Here you are. Cool, 3 nectars, but more importantly, yes. Getting closer and closer. And with that taken care of, we can save and venture back into the Lush Woodlands. And that is every last save file on here. We should be getting pretty close. Wow, it starts us right back off in the Lush Woodlands. Pretty cool. So we've got the adventuring theme and also the battle theme. That's pretty cool. Oliver and Markle welcome you as you enter the labyrinth. Hey, looks like you're all set. Shall we get going then? Cool. How's about... Definitely got to start off over here. You face a familiar wooden box. Inside of it is a sheet of parchment and a small accessory. There's a message on the parchment. Thank you for the nectar. Please take this as thanks. Amrita. Okay. Honestly, I'd have preferred another nectar, but... Or I'd have preferred double nectars, but... And Amrita is okay, too. Why not? Ooh. Alright. That went pretty well for us. And... Now we've got that additional skill point. How's about consumes users' HP, consumes allies' HP. So I'm guessing we get to pick an ally to take HP from? Let's do Draining Thrust. And she can also, like... We're probably going to start dumping some points into HP up as well, just to cover that. Next up, we're going to do... Yeah. Monarch March is going to be pretty useful. How's about Maybind's Head? I don't know. I feel like the Headbind chance on Head Bash is probably much lower than it's going to be for any of our snipe skills. So we're not going to worry about that just yet. Greatly restores HP to 1 line. Sure. And then... 1 more for Singularity, and now we can get Etheric Charge or Etheric Return. And... This is only for rear... Okay, it has to target the rear enemy line, so if there are no enemies in the rear, then Shell Shock can't be used. That's probably why it doesn't have very much in very much of a TP cost. But for when there is a backline, though, definitely pretty useful. Yeah. We can also have Reese dip into his TP. If we've only got 2 people on the front line, and it's not urgent, it's more cost effective to just double healing. It's amazing what 1 extra point of cost can do. Small Flower, Forest Aloe, Small Flower, Forest Aloe. Okay. Yeah, we want to skip that. But how much further can we go without that thing being on our tail? That's the question. Looks like we can get... Oh! Guess we didn't have to wonder that for too long. Ooh. Oh, alright. Man, I really wish we knew what they were saying, but oh well. This is like a preview of what it's gonna be like for Persona Q2. Following the small forest path, you see a downward staircase ahead. As you imagine what could be waiting below, you hear the sound of panicked footsteps. Who's there? What's going on? In response to Oliver's call, a bloody guard emerges from the stairs. Thank goodness! Oh, it's hell down there! The guard breathes a small sigh of relief at the sight of your party, then passes out.
Yeah.
Those wounds are terrible. We need to get him out, quickly. Marco's tone is distressingly serious as he checks out the soldier's condition and decides to shoulder the unconscious guard. Luna Soul Guild, we're taking him back to the base camp. You look like you've gotten the hang of things. You'll be fine exploring without us now. Oliver gives Marco a confident nod. Okay, time for us to head back with this fella. If you're going any deeper, make sure you're well prepped. The monsters below are even tougher than the ones here. If it's too much for you, get out as quickly as possible, alright? Oliver and Marco carry the guard out of the area. Okay, you can either continue down the stairs or check on what's happening at the base camp. Which we'll do, right as soon as we make sure that we've got, yep, at least one more Ariadne thread. Got to triple check. Do not want us getting in any situations where we've got to run all the way out of. Well, we got a door here. The door is definitely calling to me. Ooh. No bears. Ooh! From beyond the wall, you hear a loud crack and the intense growl of a fierce beast. Well. Or actually, it's right here, isn't it? Yeah. Guess we will be running straight to this door. From beyond the wall, you hear a loud crack and the intense growl of a fierce beast. Uh-oh. So I guess now's as good a time as any to check how good running away is. Unless running away will push us backwards into the other one. Terrible roar. Golden. Because I know in the, well, not I know, but I'm fairly certain in the older Etrian Odyssey games, if you tried to do that, it will move you back onto, it will move you backwards one square onto the square that you originated from. So that wasn't really a viable strategy, but cheese strats now exist. Slate. Slate and granite. And more slate. Alright. We got ourselves our very first mine point. Oh. As you explore this new area of the forest, you cross paths with a group of formidable-looking adventurers. Right. This 8-year-old is very formidable-looking. One of them introduces themselves as Kincaid. They advise you to be wary of the monsters that roam these woods. The adventurer introduces their party as the Blades Guild. In honor of your meeting, they give you a bottle of medicine. Medica? Alright, cool. Just as the Blades Guild is about to leave, they stop, as if just remembering something. One of them reaches into their bag. It's their guild card. You gratefully accept it as a token of your meeting. After wishing you luck, the Blades Guild takes their leave. Can you guys hear that? It's the sound of Conrad wanting to introduce himself to us. We gotta get out of here as soon as possible. You wave goodbye and resume your journey. If you have received guild cards from other adventurers, you will run into them along your journey. When that happens, they might even give you useful items or information. Exchange as many guild cards as you can through StreetPass or QR codes. Hey, tips of the trade. Listen to the other guilds you meet in the labyrinth. Someday, their advice may very well save your life. Alright. Conrad intensifies. You gotta get out of here now. Oh, cool. Not close enough to aggro that. Probably gonna have to at some point, though, if we want to get that full exploration of this map. As you continue through the next floor of the Lush Woodlands, you come across a group of soldiers. You approach to see a number of them are injured, some needing to lean on others as they walk. You must be adventurers by the looks of it. We had a bad run. Nothing else we can do but go back to town now. The soldiers' hands twitch in frustration. Can't believe we got defeated this badly. We were here hunting for the red-haired beast, but then some cutters found us. Oh, that's what those bears are called. We searched the entire forest, but we couldn't even find any tracks of the thing. Where could it be? It seems the soldiers were looking for a specific monster, but were unable to locate it. If they're looking for a red beast, the boss of the Lush Woodlands in EO4 was a gigantic red cutter, so that's probably it. Keeping the soldiers' warning in mind, you steel yourselves for whatever may be waiting ahead. Honestly, it's kind of funny because in these kinds of games, usually the very first one that you play is the one that's your favorite and the one you compare all the other ones to. But Etrian Odyssey 4, I think, even though we're not very far into it, I think I would pick Etrian Odyssey Nexus over Etrian Odyssey 4. Okay. Yeah. We need Dolce to keep the healing alive. And we can line heal the back too. Yeah, how about we just start fire starring that Fanged Vine and then a rear enemy line. Sure. Whoa, okay, so it's got really bad hit chance. That makes sense. Or maybe I shouldn't be assuming that off of one missed attack. But I don't know, dude. It feels like that might be offense improved. Definitely don't want to be seeing that. Let's see. We need party heals. Okay. If Reese dies, we get no party heals. So we definitely want that. Yeah, I think because we want to increase the chances of us being able to get those. Oh crap. We did not want to see that happen. We didn't want to see that happen either. Alright. Well, I guess Reese will be force breaking because if we try to do this with only those three, we are dead, dead, dead. And actually, we might as well bust out everything. Because after this, we are gone. Yeah. Or maybe we can probably do a little bit more exploring. Switch everybody back. We'll just have to be very, very mindful of what we're doing. And hope we don't get caught off guard or anything like that. Unless... Nice! We, okay. So I'm thinking... Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably gonna get out of the Lush Woodlands. We gotta kill these dudes first, but after this, I'm probably just gonna call it a part. So definitely, guys, join me next time for more Etrian Odyssey Nexus. And, bye for now.